Why on earth would he post this? All right, everybody. So I've talked a lot about Ben Shapiro and my opinion on him for a while now. Ben Shapiro is sort of like this debate lord of the right. He's seen as this god-tier debater who destroys people with facts and logic and is much smarter than any of the lefties that he goes up against. And yet, I find that he doesn't tend, especially nowadays, to do very many debates with any prominent figures on the left, of which there are many that are willing to, that definitively know what they're talking about. All of Ben Shapiro's most famous debates, the ones that always go viral, the ones he always posts, are debates in which he's debating random college students or taking questions at the podium of some event, mostly populated by his own fans, not really expecting much pushback to begin with, but even if he does, he's got a whole positive, friendly audience to him to back him up, essentially. So Ben Shapiro has basically built himself into a hug box chamber where he doesn't really have to do debates anymore, but still has his, Ben Shapiro reputation. I'm pretty sure Destiny, multiple times, tried to get a debate with Ben Shapiro, and Ben Shapiro knows about Destiny, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, backed out, right? Multiple times that it was organized, and we got close to having a Destiny Ben Shapiro debate a couple times, but it never worked out, most likely because Ben fucking backed out. Personally, that's what I believe. But regardless, Ben Shapiro fans will make excuses for it, but he's not really known for debating people that know what they're talking about. He seems to very selectively choose his venues for when he does his debates. But a video came out on his own channel in which Ben Shapiro got some pushback. And I think that the young individual who came forward to push back against Ben Shapiro did a pretty good job. The video is called "Student Tells Ben Shapiro the Gender Binary is a Western Colonialist Framework of Gender." Notice, by the way, the title of this video is not "Ben Shapiro owns student" or something. It's "Haha, look how ridiculous what this student said is." Almost as if Ben Shapiro doesn't actually have a factual clapback against what this person says in the video. Let's give it a watch. It's actually my first time watching it. You guys just wanted me to see it. I saw the first 10 seconds, but that's it. It's just because it auto-played. So let's watch.
Hello, my name is Quentin Merritt. I'm a mathematician and a physicist here, a double major, and I also just won the most prestigious award in the country to pursue research at any institution I want, the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship. So I think I'm pretty, qualified to say that most of what you're saying is based on, old data. But my question to you, and so I want you all to realize that
last month, but sure.
For example, gender identity disorder, that's the DSM-4, bro. We use the DSM-5 now for psychologists to be able to talk about...
I literally cited the DSM-5 in the speech, and it's called gender dysphoria, which is a term that I use throughout the speech, not gender identity disorder.
You sound like a bozo, bro. And you get no pussy, and you can't even make your wife wet, bro.
I didn't know that he said that.
So what's good?
Fucking got him, dude. Oh, shit.
So, let me just say, the nice thing about having...
Snorf up that copium, Ben. Snorf up that fucking copium. Why would he post this?
Small the real question I don't feel the necessity to have my masculinity.
We're using a Western colonial idea of gender, then why should it apply? If we're using because the gender binary is a Western colonialist framework of gender.
You're right. Men and women don't exist in any other culture.
No.
Think
right. About Native American.
Nailed it.
Third gender people. I'm not saying that. Third gender people exist in Native American societies, Western African societies, Southern Native American societies, like Mexico. So in other places that are not white dominated,
and
like the United
incorrect.
States or Europe, and so you're saying white,
so
non-white
incorrect.
people. I'm a mathematician in a.
They're biologically incorrect. Wait, you can't say they're biologically incorrect in response to somebody saying you're wrong about no other civilizations viewing there being more than two genders. I love that that's his response. There are no civilizations that recognize there being more than two genders. Yeah, they are. Here's some. Well, they're biologically incorrect.
A physicist. You cannot tell me...
So I have a question.
And also, you're not a biologist.
So I have a question.
I'm 20.
As a mathematician and a physicist, what in the hell do you know about human biology?
And you got
that
your
allows
law
you to
degree from
deny it?
Harvard. What do you know about biology?
Soy! Oh, soy! There's a reason why Ben does not do debates, as you can tell. He does conferences in front of audiences of people that will clap at anything that he says. Notice how you can't even get your wife's pussy wet, bro. Got nothing but "oh" from the audience because they're all mad that he fucking burned Ben. Look at all these soy clapping little wojacks down there. Ben Rectum 2022.
You got your law degree from Harvard.
And frankly, I would ask.
They're muting the mic. Can you hear? They're muting the mic.
About biology. You got your law degree from Harvard.
And frankly.
They're taking the mic away, or they're muting it. They're like turning it down so that you can't hear them.
And frankly, I would ask another question. If your logic is so flawed as a mathematician and a physicist, I would suggest that whichever institution gave you an award, revoke it immediately.
There you go, dude. There you go. If the institutions that gave you these prestigious awards should revoke it because you're wrong because I said so. Why would he post this? Why on earth would he post this? Oh, look at all the angry boomer comments. Oh shit. Chat. This kid literally represents everything wrong with that generation. 11K likes. This guy is the personification of don't confuse education with intelligence. 1.5K likes. I'm a mathematician and a physicist. Nah, you're going to school to be a mathematician or a physicist. I'm a mathematician and a physicist. See, this is what we get for telling people they are what they identify as. Always remember this, whenever in an argument with an individual and said person verbally attacks your character instead of the argument, you've won the argument. There should be no tolerance for ad hominem fallacies. I'm a mathematician and a physicist, also resorts to high school insults. They're so mad. I love how much that they're willing to like get their hands dirty when it makes Ben Shapiro look good. Like Ben Shapiro destroys with facts and logic, eviscerates SJWs. But then when somebody says you can't even get your wife's pussy wet, bro, now it's like childish insult. How could somebody course in politics this degree? How juvenile. We have a higher standard here than that. I know you hate Hassan, but the kid is a Hassanite. I mean, of course the kid's a Hassanite. Most young people on the left, if they're going to watch a political live streamer, are going to watch Hassan. He's the largest lefty political live streamer. It's like somebody who like went up on stage to advocate for gaming YouTubers is a PewDiePie fan. Like, oh yeah, you think? Maybe? You think they might like PewDiePie? Yeah, probably. The guy who likes video game streamers and content creators? Yeah, maybe. Of course. Like, Hassan is the largest lefty political streamer. There's a pretty good bet he's a Hassan fan. Regardless, though, pretty fucking based. That was hilarious as fuck, and he owned him. Obviously, like, this crowd is going to soy clap at Ben Shapiro regardless of what happens or what he says. This is the same thing that happened with when Danny went up on stage and managed to get Ben Shapiro to admit that everything he's been shilling about like the trans ideology is completely wrong and does not line up with any of the academic or medical or psychological institutions that basically dictate the consensus on the current state of medical and psychological affairs. Got him to outright admit that, and Ben Shapiro just says, well, no, and then the audience just soy claps. Yeah. There's a reason why Ben doesn't do real debates. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, and follow my social medias down below. And of course, if you want to support me, you can donate, subscribe, or gift a sub to me on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or through Patreon. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.